We all know someone who gets absolutely eaten alive at a summer barbecue, while everyone else seems to escape without a single scratch. Mosquitoes track their targets using a highly specific set of physiological breadcrumbs. They follow invisible plumes of carbon dioxide that we exhale, lock on to the heat radiating from our skin, and zero in on localized odors, right down to the bacteria growing in our foot sweat. This chart shows strike rates based on human blood types, and a clear preference emerges. People with type O blood receive nearly twice as many bites as those with type A. These persistent strikes occur because a target has successfully met every criteria of the mosquito's biological profiling system. Interestingly, male mosquitoes spend their entire lives peacefully sipping sugar from plant nectar. They never bite humans. The females, however, are on a strict biological clock. To successfully manufacture and gestate their eggs, they require a concentrated dose of mammalian protein. To get that protein, they track you down to perform a highly invasive subdermal surgery. Understanding the female's reproductive desperation reframes the bite as a highly motivated, calculated home invasion. While the proboscis resting on the skin looks like a single rigid syringe, the internal anatomy is far more complex. This schematic shows the single outer tube houses 6 distinct microneedles, each performing high-precision tasks. The first 2 needles are entry tools, lined with microscopic teeth that rapidly saw back and forth to slice through the outer layers of your skin. The blades are so impossibly thin, they slip right past your pain receptors without triggering alarms. Once breached, the next 2 needles act as mechanical retractors, actively prying the torn tissue open and holding it apart for the tools that follow. By utilizing surgical tools tailored to bypass human surface armor, the insect completes the initial breach completely undetected. With the skin held open, the mosquito still faces a major obstacle. She is operating completely blind underneath your epidermis, and she has to find a viable blood vessel. She deploys a highly flexible central needle called the labrum. Guided by chemical receptors, this organic tube bends and snakes its way through your tissue. It thrashes around, probing and bumping through your cellular structure until it finally strikes a capillary. But before she starts drinking, a 6th needle pumps in a specialized chemical cocktail. This saliva numbs the local nerves and stops your blood from clotting, keeping the liquid flowing freely. Here, she runs into a capacity issue. Human blood contains far too much water for her needs. If she drank it as is, her stomach would fill up long before she gathered enough nutrient-dense red blood cells. Her internal organs actively filter water out of your blood in real time, squeezing clear drops of liquid out her back end to free up space. To maximize her protein payload, she is literally refining your blood and urinating the excess water back onto your body while she feeds. Eventually, her abdomen is full. She retracts all 6 tools back into her proboscis and flies off to lay her eggs. The physical wound she leaves behind is incredibly small, but the anti-clotting saliva she pumped into your skin remains trapped in your tissue. Your immune system immediately recognizes those leftover proteins as a foreign invader and attacks them. That localized allergic reaction is the sole cause of the swelling, the heat, and the agonizing itch. But an itchy welt is the best-case scenario. This leftover saliva frequently acts as a Trojan horse. When a mosquito feeds on an infected host, parasites and viruses hitch a ride in her salivary glands. The next time she bites, she inadvertently spits those pathogens seamlessly past your skin and directly into your circulatory system. The mosquito earns its status as the world's deadliest animal through the microscopic biological fallout left behind in a single drop of spit.